And there you have it. Nice, saucy, cheesy, creamy, crispy, spicy, you name it. That jerk chicken, loaded fries. Wagwan, what's great? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome and thank you very much for stopping by. My name is Chef Adrian Morris and you're watching Morris Time Cooking. As seen in the title, today I'll be showing you how to make some jerk chicken loaded fries. You can call it jerk chicken fries supreme. So if that sounds interesting, stick around. You see, after the intro, we get right into it.
We know about sardine, mackerel, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing I waste, nothing I dash way.
And we are back, and as I said before, we're making some jerk chicken loaded fries, or jerk chicken fries supreme, whichever one you call it. We're gonna get it done right now. And we have here some chicken and a little bit of spices. And I chose to do it this way because I went to Jamaica recently and I saw how expensive food items were. And I'm like, you know what? I want to include everybody. So when you see these videos, you're tempted to make them because they say, you know what? I can just grab little ingredients that are around my house and make these recipes. So we're gonna be as cost efficient as possible. You ready for this? We have here some chicken thighs, right? And you can use chicken breast for this method, but I like my chicken thighs nice and juicy and they hold up better, right? So I have here 2 pounds of chicken thighs, debone, and I remove the skin and I already washed these with some vinegar and water, rinse that off, and we're all good to go. So to season this up, let me set this to the side for now. So what I realized, jerk marinade is very expensive and you don't get that much in the stores. So I'm gonna show you how to whip up a quick homemade one without having to buy all the fresh products that are very expensive. Get some dried jerk seasoning. You get the jerk seasoning just like you get that all-purpose seasoning in the store. Get that. It's very cheap, so you can get the dry jerk seasoning. Thing though, the dry jerk seasoning is not as spicy. So guess what? We're gonna add some Scotch bonnet pepper. We're gonna be using 2 or 1 depending on your spice tolerance, just to give it a kick of that jerk going, right? And then we're gonna add a teaspoon of brown sugar. That's optional if you don't want any sugar in your stuff. And some dark soy sauce, or you can use light soy sauce. That has a lot of salt in there, so you don't need to add any all-purpose seasoning to this. And the jerk seasonings typically, the dry jerk rubs typically have a little bit of salt in there as well. Alright? And we're gonna use a half an onion, a few garlic cloves, just to give it a little fresh note, because remember we're trying to make that jerk rub, jerk marinade, right? And some fresh thyme if you have it. I have some dried thyme right here, and that's basically it. I have videos out on how to make your jerk marinade, but it comes with a lot of fresh products that typically is on the higher end of stuff. So to go in, we're going to go with our soy sauce, and that's 1/4 cup of soy sauce, and I'm going to go in with about 2 to 3 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons of oil, whichever oil of your choice. Gonna go in with that brown sugar, the jerk spice or the jerk rub, the dry jerk rub, thyme, fresh thyme, that's a tablespoon of the dry thyme, sorry. Scotch bonnet peppers in, because we're trying to get this with a little freshness as much as possible. Half of an onion and about 6 garlic cloves, and we chop the onion so that it's easier to blend. And we're just gonna blend that. Nice. So the soy sauce, I forgot to mention, also provide that nice color that you're used to when you buy some jerk marinade in the supermarket. And there you go, nice and blended. You get that fresh note from the onion and the garlic, and as well as adding that Scotch bonnet. And that's a quick jerk marinade that's inexpensive that you can use if you cannot afford to buy that one that they have out in the supermarkets. So if you don't own an air fryer, preheat your oven to 400 to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to use that to cook the jerk chicken. But if you do have an air fryer, that's what I'm going to be using today to make this, right? Just going to go in and just massage that in. Yeah man, this you can let this sit and marinate for about an hour at minimum. The Scotch bonnet and everything is in there. I'm not going to allow this to marinate because I need it right away. Fully seasoned up. Looking good. Alright, I have my air fryer right here. And my air fryer comes with one of those racks, right? So and I just washed it and I rinsed it out. I left a little bit of water in there because we need that in the bottom of there. If you don't want to do this, you can line your air fryer with some foil paper at the bottom to help with the cleanup. But I need this sauce, right? Just gonna lay my chicken out like so. Smells so good. You don't have to do all of this if you don't want to. Add that sauce because we're going to be using this for later. So I'm going to pop this in my air fryer for about 40 minutes, 20 minutes on each side, and I flip them accordingly, right? Or depending on how high your air fryer goes. Mine goes to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's what I'm going to put that on. Once this is going, I'll show you the next step. Let's go. Next up, I'm going to be adding some bacons on this. If you don't have bacon, you don't have to. That's just an option, right? So we're going to go in with some bacon. I have a baking tray right here and some grease paper that is finished. Okay. Grease paper embarrassed me today. So we'll line that, and I have just the exact amount. So I'm going to double this up because I don't want to create a mess in my oven. Alright, we're going to lay out some bacon now. And then I'm going to cover these. And I'm going to put a second tray on here. Right? So this way the cleanup is easy. Pop that in your oven, 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. This is it. This is it. Look how beautiful those look. And as you can see, I have some liquid in the pan. I'm going to reserve a little bit of that for later. And you can always thicken this up into a little bit of cornstarch and you have some gravy. So for the sauce, we have some medium cheddar. I'm just going to grate that. Okay, so to kickstart the sauce, I have here 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm using the salted butter. I have a tablespoon of flour. You can use cornstarch if you don't have flour. And I have 1 cup of evaporated milk, 200 grams of medium cheddar. And this was the whole cheddar and I grated this, right? I like to use a whole one because it doesn't have all those preservatives that they use for the ones that are pre-shredded, right? So we're going to hit the heat to medium. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of my butter first. We're going to allow that to melt. So once it's melted, we're going to go into our flour. And I'm not adding a lot of flour here because I don't want this cheese sauce to be too thick, right? I want it to have a runny consistency. So what you want to do, just slightly cook that until this roux looks slightly blonde, so that you don't have any raw flour. I'm going to season it to taste with a little bit of salt, about a 1/4 teaspoon, and same for the black pepper. So we have the nice color that we're looking for. Going to go into the evaporated milk. So you can add regular cow's milk, 2% milk to this, but I like to use evaporated milk whenever time I'm making cheese sauce. Give that a mix and allow that to cook slightly. You can even go further to add a little bit of onion powder or garlic powder. Or you can even use all-purpose seasoning in here if you like to. I'm going to go in now with my cheese. I'm going to gradually mix that in until melted. Keep it on a medium heat because you don't want to burn anything. Remainder of that butter, I'm going to add it in afterwards. That gives it a nice velvety finish. Nice consistency that I'm looking for. Give that a taste. Just going to allow this to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes on low heat. And here is our bacon from before. Just going to rough chop the bacon. Okay, so remember that sauce that we had in the bottom of the air fryer? This is it right here. And I reserve about 2 tablespoons of that jerk sauce. And we're gonna go in with about a half cup of mayonnaise. And we're just gonna mix that. And that is a nice jerk mayo that will go over our fries. Alright, so I have here about a pound of fries and I bought these from the store. However, if you want to learn how to make your own fries, I have a video out on that, so you can check it out right there. For the purpose of today's video, the jerk chicken and the cheese sauce were the main takeaways, right? We're just going to fry these for about 2 to 3 minutes until golden brown and crispy so that they can hold up to all these sauces that will be added, right? And I have my fryer here on 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's go. Alright. While we have the fries going, we're going to bottle up our sauces now. Get yourself a funnel, that jerk mayo in. So we're going to go in now with our cheese sauce into our bottle. I'll just use the funnel for that purpose just the same. Jerk chicken thigh. Just gonna chop that into small bite-sized cubes. So we're gonna assemble now. Fries at the bottom. Bit of that bacon on the bottom there. Cheese sauce. Nice and hot. Little bit of jerk chicken. We don't want to put too much because we want to top off everything with that. Fries again. See, pat them all around. Top that off with more jerk chicken. More bacon. Cheese sauce. Jerk mayo. And optional, some tomato ketchup. And finally, garnish with a little bit of parsley. And there you have it. That nice, saucy, cheesy, creamy, crispy, spicy, you name it. I'm gonna have to whip up a second batch for myself to try. Holy, let's go. I hit it. You know what inspired this? I went to Jamaica, went to a restaurant, got it. It was okay, but it didn't have everything. It wasn't compact, but man, I tell you, this, you have to try this one. But jerk chicken is spicy on its own, but when added with the fries and everything, it's not that spicy right now. That could be just me. Try this out. You have to try it out. Jerk chicken loaded fries, or jerk chicken fries supreme. Anyone you want to call it a hit. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you learned something valuable today. And say if you love my vibe, make sure to hit subscribe because there's many more where this came from. And so I say, once again, thank you very much for watching. You see, until next time, safe travel upon the gravel and go and big up on yourself. And don't say right now, mouth will have food upon it, but guess what? So you go. You want to try? Alright, gonna take home some of this so mommy can try. Not even want to mash up the plate. It look nice.
Very beautiful. It looks delicious.
But how it tastes?
Ah, yeah. The taste of the jerk chicken in there. And then the bacon, I don't know, everything is...
Everything connect.
And the sauce?
Everything connect.